people who may be watching or listening to this who know, man, I have got to get a handle on my health, on my fitness, on my wellness, on my vitality. Is it ever too late to get started?
It's never too late. As a matter of fact, this last winter, I started actually doing something on the GenoSim Facebook. And what I was doing is something called Walk the Mile. Now, all you have to do, a lot of people say, Crockett, God, but I'm not in the gym like you. I go, I don't expect you to be. And if you come to the gym, I don't expect you to train like me because I've done this for years. I've had guys with their egos come in there that are 26 years old, and they go, no, I'm going to hang with you. I go, no, don't do this. Please listen to me as a trainer. Don't do this. No, I'm with you. I got it. I said, okay. If you don't want to listen and you want to do my routine with me today, I'm warning you not to. But it's your choice. Everything is about a choice. I call them the next day, hey, dude, we're going to the gym at 5 today. I can't
move.
I can't move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we started something called Walk the Mile. And if you just got up every day and all you did is just walk 1 mile, well, pretty soon you're going to be walking 1.25 miles and 1.5 miles. And I tell people, I said, all right, so tell me, and they never get the answer right. So a man who runs a mile or a man who walks a mile, who burns the most calories?
I don't know. I would assume run.
No, it's the same.
Really?
The reason that really is because your heart rate may be up higher for a shorter period of time. Okay? But when you're walking, it's up still higher, but for a longer period of time. And also walking, as people start getting older, doesn't put the strain on the joints and the ligaments and things like that. So I tell people, get up and walk every day. And with a month, you'll start dropping weight. The endorphins start kicking in, which is what? I'm all about peptides, a peptide hormone. There's 40 peptide hormones in the body. So we start talking about, well, let's get your body fortified with peptides because the average human being has 37.2 trillion cells. And every cell in your body communicates. Why? Because it has a peptide. So when people go, why don't we know about this? Well, because people don't really want to talk about it. They don't have the knowledge or they don't have the technology. They want to push their drugs. They want to push their synthetic vitamins, which are horrible. They're made from petroleum products. Most of the time, they're sourced right out of China. And they're just poisonous.
The Walk the Mile program, was that outside?
Yeah, I tell you.
As much as possible, get that vitamin D.
Well, I did it outside to be hardcore, to say, even when it's freezing, my big boy, Max, my dog, and I, which we walk every night together, and I'm really lucky in my neighborhood. I say I'm lucky. An HOA can be a real pain in the rear end, but I do like there's no cars on the street, so we do off-leash training. Max is a therapy dog. But even in the cold, I would go out there and say, if I'm out here doing it every night because I love you and to inspire you, then you can get up and walk also. But you can also head down to your mall. There's plenty of people in the mall right now that are walking, and you can meet new people,
you
can get out of that depression, because this last winter was no fun with COVID and everything else going on and people not going out and wearing their masks.
Dark winter, bro.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we're going to head back there again.
For the
Flu
dark
season
winter.
is starting, another 120 days? You know what I mean? So get outside and walk. Get those endorphins flowing. You're going to feel great. You're going to sleep better. You're going to burn calories, and you're investing your time. So my motto is always this, and it's been this for years. If you don't have 35 to 45 minutes a day to invest in yourself, something's wrong with your lifestyle. So you've got to invest in yourself, or you're going to have a shorter, harder life.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs especially have a hard time with that, what you just said.
You've got to break away.
Spending time on myself.
Right.
So this is my experience. Busy, always working, always ambitious, right? I got a next goal, I got a next idea, whatever. Very difficult for me to go, you know what? For the next hour, leaving the phone in the truck, and I'm going to pull this tire, or I'm going to push the truck, or I'm going to backpedal.
Let's talk about the phones for a second.
Okay.
These things are great, okay? I do business from here all the way to Hong Kong. We sell our Gift for Life. Oh, my God, Hong Kong just bought 5,000 bottles of the Gift for Life.
Man.
For the Fountain of Youth for Pets, blah, 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 right? But this is the most addictive thing we have in the world. And it is highly addictive. Leave the house without your phone and see what happens. Your cortisol level, the stress hormone, is going to rise. They did a study of a gentleman, and they had his phone, and they took it away from him, and they started texting him. He could see the phone, but he couldn't get to it. And his cortisol levels went up, and they came back down again. Then they took it across the room by the door, and he got a phone call. He couldn't get to it. He didn't know who was calling. His cortisol levels went back up again. and they started leveling off, and then they took it out of the room. He didn't have it for 3 hours, and his cortisol level stayed elevated. Cortisol level is a stress hormone that has many side effects over a period of time. It's designed to be addictive. It's designed to take our mind off reality and go into this world right here. Also, it's one of the nastiest petri plates of disease and bacteria out there, because we don't clean these things every day. We don't think about it because it's just become a part of us. So are we the Borg? I don't know. Elon Musk said that basically we are a Borg-like society now.
Yeah, he did. I think that the phone is such a tough one because it is very addictive. Yeah. Obviously, your serotonin, you get a kick even if it's a negative text, somebody thought of you and sent you a message. So I want to see who it is. I want to see what it is. And instead of treating the phone like a tool, right? I have a shovel in my garage.
Right.
When I need to use that shovel to plant a tree, I go get the shovel and I do the job. I use the tool and the tool serves me. But what I find with the phone is if I'm not watching myself and I'm not really dialed in on, it's not phone time right now, it's family time, it's work time, it's podcast time, then instead of the phone being a tool and me using the phone to improve my life, the phone runs my life.
It does. And let's look at TikTok right now. Or let's look at social media. We're doing a podcast, but it's not all we do. But even on TikTok, I see people that just do nothing but copy each other. But they want to see how many likes they can get. And that's what their whole life is based on, is the likes. And it does release the serotonin, and that does release the endorphins, and that does give them credibility that they really are someone. Yeah. But it's really, we're living in nothing but a narcissistic society. And they will follow, and they will go to the next step and the next step, just like the addiction of porn. People get addicted to porn. Well, after you get bored with that, you're going to go to the next level of porn, and the next level of porn, and the next level of porn. Who knows where you're going to go to? And now that's going to destroy your mind.
Doesn't the same thing hold true with sugar? Sugar is so bad for your brain.
Absolutely.
And yet it's in absolutely everything.
Even your carbohydrates. Turn into sugar.
What's your protocol for the phone? You put that thing in a drawer at like 8 p.m. and don't pull it out till the next morning? Or I
have to have it with me because I do business.
And you have a son.
And I do have a son. When I'm with him, it goes away. I put it away. I don't want anything to do with it. When I go into the gym, so many people, oh my God, you work out, you understand. When I go to the gym and people are on machines and they're playing with their phone, it's like, dude, seriously?
What are we doing?
I said, excuse me, how many more sets do you have? And they come out of a hypnotic state. What? I said, how many sets do you have? You've been on your phone, and I'm just trying to get my routine in. It's really nice meeting you. I always think it's really nice meeting you. He goes, oh, man, I'm sorry, I got 2 more sets. I said, okay. And I brought them out of that trance. They had no clue what was going on around them because of that phone and their music and the texting and what they're doing, and they're taking selfies and what they're doing in the gym. I'm there to train. I'm there to invest in myself. And it sure isn't bringing that thing in there either. And the bad part about it is this watch I don't even like very much, but it keeps all my stats for me. But I turn it off that you cannot communicate with me. You cannot text me. I will not take a phone call or anything like that. So yeah, it's so addictive. It's so harmful, but it's just become who we are.